uncovering the secrets of legendary street food. There's something about standing in the middle of a crowded street, smoke curling from grills, and the intoxicating aroma of sizzling meats, garlic, and spices wafting through the air. Maybe it's the chaos, or maybe it's the fact that the best food you'll ever eat won't come from a Michelin-starred restaurant. No, it'll come from a battered cart with a nameless cook who's been working the grill longer than most chefs have been alive. I'm standing in Bangkok. The streets are alive, throbbing with the pulse of a city that never sleeps. And right here in a seemingly random alley, something remarkable happens. A scrawny old man tosses a handful of garlic into a wok. The sound, loud, angry, popping like gunfire, instantly commands attention. The dish he's making? Not some exotic, hard-to-pronounce delicacy. It's Pad Crup, a simple stir-fry of basil, chili, and meat. But the way he does it, like watching a magician pull off a trick you've seen 1,000 times, but this time, he makes you believe it's real magic. What most people don't realize is that the magic of street food isn't just in the ingredients. It's in the stories, the history, the resilience. Street food is born out of necessity, from desperation and innovation. The unsung heroes of this movement, grandmothers who passed recipes down generations of families, too stubborn to stop feeding the hungry masses. They don't need the validation of the culinary world. They have it in the people who line up at 2 a.m. just to taste what they perfected over decades. But here's the thing. Not every street food story begins in a glamorous market in Southeast Asia or the bustling streets of Mexico City. Sometimes it starts somewhere unexpected, like New Jersey. Yeah, you heard me, the Garden State. Not exactly the culinary capital of the world, right? And yet, there's a guy in Patterson flipping the most legendary falafel you'll ever eat. Hot dog stand is what the sign says. You walk up expecting to leave with some limp excuse for a meal, and instead he hits you with a crisp, golden falafel that tastes like something straight out of the Middle East. This is the paradox of street food. It's simple and complex. It's local and global. It doesn't care where it comes from, only that it gets made again and again with passion. Now let me tell you a story. Somewhere in the back streets of Mumbai, there's a chaiwala who doesn't even look up when I approach. He's hunched over, lost in his own world, brewing what can only be described as liquid warmth. His chai. It's transcendental, spicy, creamy, comforting. But what's remarkable isn't the chai itself, it's that this guy who barely makes a living wakes up every morning at 4 a.m. just to make this tea for the local factory workers. He doesn't care about tourists, Instagram foodies, or any of that nonsense. He's there for them, his people. And that's the secret, really. Street food, the kind that etches itself into your soul, isn't about fame or fortune. It's about survival. It's about connection. It's about feeding the human need to eat, sure, but also to gather, to break bread together on the streets, in the chaos, and realize that maybe, just maybe, this food is more than food. Maybe it's love. But here's where it gets weird. As I stand there slurping down the last of the chai, I can't help but notice something. Across the way, there's a guy selling samosas. Not just any samosas, but ones stuffed with, wait for it, chocolate. Yeah, you read that right. Samosas, traditionally filled with spiced potatoes or lentils, are now packed with rich, gooey chocolate. It's a trend. And like most trends, it has no right to be as good as it is. But the lines are long, and people are losing their minds over this fusion of flavors that no one saw coming. It's a moment of disruption, a shock to the system. And that's what keeps street food alive. It's constantly reinventing itself, whether it's out of necessity or the sheer audacity of someone who says, you know what, I bet this will work. Street food thrives because it breaks the rules. It doesn't care what you expect. It cares about how it makes you feel. It's messy, loud, often imprecise, and that's the beauty of it. It's real, it's raw, it's life in all its chaotic, unpredictable glory. So next time you find yourself in some back alley in Bangkok or Patterson or Mumbai, just remember, what you're eating isn't just food, it's a story. And it's a story that's been waiting centuries to be told. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I just saw a taco stand in the distance. And I've got a feeling it's about to teach me something new. Hey, before I go, if you liked this video and maybe even learned something, click that like and subscribe button and leave a comment if you so choose. Remember, cook, drink, eat, and repeat.